y'all. I'm sitting here with Angel Forrest today. Hello.
Hey!
Hello, Angel. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm sitting here in her studio. Congratulations on winning last year's Maple Blues Awards, Vocalist. That is amazing. I've been a big fan of yours for ages, as you know. Probably since the beginning. Since the beginning of your career. Dying to go see you play, and I just had to meet with you today.
It's great
to discuss
your
next nomination. That the voting is ending on the 5th. Is that right?
Yeah. The Maple Blues nominations came out October 30th, and much to my amazement, I was nominated again for Female Vocalist of the Year, which is amazing. So it means maybe they didn't make a mistake last year. And Songwriter of the Year. So I'm really happy about Songwriter because it's a different level. It's years I've been known as the screamer, the singer, the shaker, the mover, the girl who has a great time on stage, the bite, the sing, as I love being called. It's amazing. But now songwriter, so it sort of changes the playing field a little bit more than being recognized for my songwriting, which I never thought in my life that I would be, so I'm very pleased.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Yes.
Congratulations on that. And you definitely stand out from the crowd. So tell us, where have you been touring?
We just came back from a tour in France. It's my third time there. This time I actually went with my blues record though, because I'd been there before as a choriste for Martin Deschamps. And then I went with my Here For You album, which was a folk album. And this time I went with my blues album. So the shows were sold out. We had 4 or 5 shows, and from Paris to all the way up near Germany, and it was awesome. It was amazing. And then we went to Amsterdam for a couple of days to celebrate my hubby's 40th birthday. So we had an amazing trip. It was wonderful, and already we've got great feedback and possible dates for the summer coming up next year. So super happy.
Oh, great! Yeah. It's fantastic. So when you say your hubby, speaking of Denis Cologne.
Denis Cologne.
Congratulations on the marriage.
Thank you. 7 years, yeah. Almost 7 years.
That's a lot in entertainment life, no?
Yeah, it's only one dog left, so only one dog here. So no, we've been together for I guess 12 years now, but we've been married for 7. And
you get to work together.
We're on the road together all the time. We do everything together. Morning Star Productions is our production company, and it's us, but he's the secretary, management, accountant. He does everything.
He's the man.
Yeah, I make the final stamp, veto or no veto. But he does all the work. The last album we did, Live Love, he did all the pochette, like all the cover. He recorded it live. He mixed it, engineered it. He did everything. So, he does all the paperwork. He does everything, all the art. He does everything. And of course, we write songs together. And we perform on stage together, and we're on the road together, driving. He drives, won't let anybody else drive, so he's a bit of a maniac when it comes to that. But yes, I mean, I couldn't imagine actually doing this job and not having the little Millie beside me. I mean, my kids were with me all the way to the point from in the belly to, okay, Mom, I don't want to go, to I want to stay with my friends. Like they're 15 and 22, so they're like they've had enough. But without my man by my side, I don't think I'd still be doing it.
It's so good to have that support.
Well, it is. There is no there's no possible way. He's making faces over there. There's no possible way to I don't think live this kind of life where you're on the road and you're dealing with the public and you're spilling your heart and soul all the time, that you can go home alone. I mean, Janice used to say that. She'd be, I made love to 65,000 people tonight, but I went home alone.
Right.
Well, I ain't going home alone. I'm home, my man. So I'm happy.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, it's nice to see you. Lots of love between
the two
of you.
Well, it's nice to be happy. I tell you, it's life started at 40 for me, so I'm 47-ish. Gonna be, yeah.
I had to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, well, I start somewhere. You gotta pay your dues, then God blesses you with what you deserve. So.
Oh, how nice. So, so you say writing together. I imagine there's an album on its way.
Yeah, well, Mother Tongue obviously launched in 2013, which is last year. Jeez, can't believe how fast it went. It did really well. It was like number 2 on Galaxy as the second most played album. which reaches 9 million people across Canada.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Got nominated for Best Album of the Year at the Maple Blues. It won Best Album of the Year in Quebec at the Lee's Blues. Opened a lot of doors, and then I wasn't ready to write a new record, so I decided to do Live Love, which was a bit of Mother Tongue, a bit of Come Alive, the album before. Some of the favorites that we like to do, the covers, and that sort of was fun because we did an acoustic show and we were able to travel and tour that this year. But now it's time to buckle down. So our actual touring, I think, ends next weekend. We have our last show in Toronto. And then it's writing time. It's Christmas and getting home and you know, getting cozy and spin out a new album because I'd like to commemorate, as we were speaking about, my 27 years in the business with a new album next year. So that's the plan, you know.
Fantastic. Almost 30 years.
Almost. Jeez, yeah. Almost 30 years. I'll be 51.
Wow.
It's 30 years.
Well, you
So I have a party when I'm 50 and then a party for 30. So it'll be 2 parties in a row.
Remember, 50 is the new, what, 30?
Yeah, that's what they say. Jeez.
So in between, I hear there's a little bit of teaching as well.
Yeah, well, first time, crazy. Everything happens at the strangest times. Last year I got, we were in Punta Cana actually with the kids and we were spending Christmas. And I got a call to go play in Hornby, which is a, to go teach in Hornby. Hornby Blues Camp, which is an amazing camp out in Hornby Island, which is in Vancouver.
Nice. And
it's a week-long thing, and they have the best of the best teaching all different guitar, bass, keyboards, drums, vocals. And they asked me to do it. I was like, what? It's crazy. So Denny and I went out there, and I gave a major class and 3 minor classes. Amazing camp for all ages. I learned so much, and Denny and I realized that we could teach together, because we're always together, so he was with me, and then next thing you know, we were just like amalgamating, if you will, doing a potpourri of what we know of each other, and you know, he was teaching me things about myself as we were teaching the students, and I was saying things about him, and it just was amazing that they asked us back this year, so we're going back again. And while I'm there, I did shows in Victoria and Vancouver. So all those shows plus more this year because they've asked us back to the same places and new places, which is how it works. You gotta go and show them what you got, and they either ask you back or they don't. So we're going back, and I'm super happy. And when that was over, which was funny, the last day in Hornby, I was like, oh my God, I made it through! I can't believe it! And I fooled them all. They believed me. And I got a call from the Jazz Fest to go teach at the Jazz Fest for 1 day. My stress that I'd had since December to May, and then the last week of the actual teaching, I thought, oh, I did it. And then I get an email from my agent saying, oh, they've asked you to do the Jazz Fest. I was like, what? The Jazz Festival in Montreal? So I was, crapping my pants again for a little while, from May to July. And but that went really well. It was a 1 day thing with kids that were already singers, that were going to be doing a show at the Jazz Fest. Actually, it was really cool. So yeah, it's another aspect of. I never took a lesson, so I never pictured myself as someone who would teach.
Right.
But there is a way.
So it was really your first time.
Yeah,
never
it was my first. No,
wow.
Never. So it's fun. It's a different style too because I'm not taught. I'm self-taught. So
right. So
it's teaching them
it's
how
natural.
But to try and teach somebody how to sing naturally, I literally just learned my tricks and what works for me and that seems to, they want me back. So
obviously you're natural. Yeah. That's great. And together as well.
Yeah, well there you go again. I can't imagine going out to Vancouver and...
That's amazing.
And then, I'm in Vancouver where the eagles are flying and the trees are 18 times bigger than Quebec and it's unbelievable. And everything we do
it's a real partnership.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah. That's great.
Very lucky.
Fantastic. So I guess we'll finish off with Maple Blues Award.
Yes.
We got to stress on that.
We got to stress that because like when
there's only a few days left.
When I won last year, nobody knew me in the rest of Canada really, not really, and I'm sure it's the Quebecers that made it happen because I've been playing for 27 years in Quebec. So once again, I call out to all the Quebecers and anybody, because it's the only Canadians that can vote anyway.
Sure.
Thank you for last year, and please, before December 5th, if you can jog it off. And the thing is that if you don't know the other artists, you can abstain from voting. And there's other Quebecers in there, Paul Beloy's in there, Steve Hill's in there. But it's the songwriting, Angel Forrest songwriting. It would be amazing.
Well, I voted for you.
Thank you. MapleBlues.ca. Please do, please do.
There we go.
Thank
so, you heard it here, folks. Vote before 7/5.
Happy Christmas, everybody.
Thank you so much, Angel.
You.